Hi, Golden Souls. My name is Dr. Osa, and I want to thank you for clicking on this video. I'm here to inspire you, to motivate you, and to help you become the person that you were always meant to be. I'm the founder of Your Golden Elevation, and our mission is to help individuals and organizations thrive and be successful and ascend, basically, in a nutshell. So I'm really happy that you clicked on this video and that you joined me for this conversation today. I consider my videos conversations and dialogues about important topics that come up, and there will be a series of videos on different themes and topics that you can expect in months to come. So thanks so much for clicking on this video. And today's topic is about why it's more important than ever to level up. And I was thinking about this topic in the context of the pandemic because, as you know, we're still reeling and kind of repositioning our whole lives from all of the challenges that we faced over the last 2.5 or more years. When you think about the family and friends that you might have lost, the opportunities that were paused or maybe even, canceled, and just all of the changes that we have to, incorporate and kind of deal with in our lives, whether you live in the United States or in Italy or in Korea or in South Africa, wherever you are in the world, you are a product of this massive change and shift that we've experienced over the last 2 years. And maybe even 2.5 years if you count just the beginnings of what we've been through as a humanity and in the world. And so when I was reflecting on that, I was thinking about how important it is for us to level up during this time more than ever. And the reason why it's so important during this time is because there are so many changes that are happening. A lot of us started to talk at the beginning of the pandemic about getting back to the normal that we had before, getting back to how things were. And I think most of us realize that we'll never get back to, where the world was, 2.5, 3 years ago, just because the nature of the world and how we even interact with each other and the opportunities that exist and even the supply chains for basic things like food and toilet paper and clothing and shoes, all of that has changed dramatically over the last 2.5 years. And so we're entering into a new era that we're starting to kind of emerge from the aftermath of COVID-19 and into a new world where we will have to reassess and kind of adjust our lives and how we interact with each other and how we show up in the world. And we've probably already started to experience this on some level, but I think especially in the last several months, as we started to hear less and less about variants of the virus, and we start to hear more and more about inflation and the other challenges, we're all kind of understanding and thinking about, I think, how do we create this new world or this new way of living and being that will help us to have the best life ever. So for all of these reasons and probably more that I haven't been able to talk to you about today, I think it's super important that we all level up. And by leveling up, I just mean coming to a new level of who you really are in your identity. I personally believe in God, and I believe that God gives us the ability to recognize who we are and to fulfill our purpose on earth. And so with that, I think we have so many tools available to level up in this world, from figuring out how we want to change our daily schedules, to what talent or what goals do we have for 2023 and beyond that we want to, fulfill. And so I think more than ever, there's definitely a need for us to be a light in the world. And by that, I just mean we all have talents. We all have abilities. We all have the things that we're passionate about and that bring us joy and that bring us satisfaction. And just thinking a little bit more creatively about how you bring those talents to the world, how you use those talents to change the world around you, even, a small circle of family and friends or just colleagues that you work with. And I'll just give one example. So say you love to bake cookies. I actually baked cookies about 2 weeks ago and even made ice cream sandwiches out of some chocolate chip cookies that were so delicious. But that aside, let's say that you love to bake cookies and you bake for your neighbors. You bake, you know, when there's a potluck, when there's holiday gatherings, when there's, you know, just things going on at your local organizations that you might be a member of. But then you have an opportunity to think about how you create a business about, you know, around baking, maybe a catering business, or get your cookies in gift sets that that a business provides to corporate, you know, entities like that give out gifts for holidays to their employees or what have you. And so there's always ways that we can think about how to expand our gifts, even if it seems like a small step in that direction. Like say you love to write and you've been writing well and with passion since you were 2 years old. Like for me personally, I love to write. And when I was young, I used to write on everything. Even my grandmother at her house, I would write on her walls, and it got out of hand. And so just thinking about and spending just a few minutes with yourself every day. I know we're all busy, but if you just spent a few minutes each day with yourself to think about how you can leverage the talents and the passions that you already have and bring them to the next level, even if it's not necessarily a full-fledged business, but maybe it's a hobby that you pursue with more passion, or maybe you partner with someone and, like I said, with the cookie idea, and get your cookies or your items that you create in gift baskets or in a distribution supply chain. So all around, I'm just seeing new opportunities for everyone. Whether you love what you're doing now in your current role, or if you want to expand what you're doing, or even do something entirely different. There's so many opportunities given how much the world is shifting right now. And I just felt called to do this video to let you know and to encourage you to take advantage of those opportunities, even spending 5 minutes a day and journaling, you know, some ideas that come to you about your passion. Or even if you don't know what your passion is, thinking about what you love to do. What do you love to consume? Maybe you're not passionate about creating something, but maybe you're passionate about consuming something, like certain types of books or certain types of movies or going certain places. And that can give you a clue into what your true passion is and what you can kind of leverage in your personal life to level up even further and take advantage of all of these opportunities that are around you. So I'll keep that short, this video short, but there will be more to come on this and other topics in days to come. And I want to thank you again for joining me for this video. Definitely like, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.